Let me just start introducing. And there we go. We are live on YouTube. So good morning, everybody. I'm Philip, and we are going to start this meeting today, 6 a.m. Brazilian time. We're going to talk about social networking, and we have the questions in here. So we're going to have a good topic, a good conversation, 100% in English. Me, my friend Aurelio, Marcio, and let's do it just to start the week. Okay, so let's go. And Aurelio, can you introduce yourself? And yeah, it's been a long time we don't talk, so I guess I do not know you anymore.
Yes. Hi, guys. I'm Aurelio. I'm 53 years old now because Saturday was my birthday.
Oh,
Now I'm
happy
so old.
birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm a employee, a normal employee in nothing special. I like to say here on Talk and Talk because I have the possibility to meet with other people in other language, and actually I attending on Talk and Talk with Italian meeting because in the Wednesday I have an Italian meeting, with Spanish meeting, and if I can, an English meeting. I was born in Italy. I live in Italy, and I like to stay with you because, in my point of view, Talk and Talk is a best place where you can find different people, and in this way, I can open my mind, and this I think is good. That's it.
Very nice, Aurelio. Good to hear that. Really good. And Marcio, what about you? Present yourself.
So, good morning, guys. My name is Márcio Nunes. I live from my city called Linhares, on state of Espírito Santo. I'm 44 years old. I live with my wife and my son. I have a little dog, Bento. I have one daughter. She is married. She live in another neighborhood here in my city. She is pregnant this moment. We are waiting arrival the granddaughter Sophia next in the January. It is raining a lot here in my city today. I'm happy for participating with us this meeting 6 a.m. That's it.
Very good, Marcio. Good to have you here. I like to tell that, especially for people who are living under the same time zone as me, like the 6 a.m. meeting, it tells a lot about your will, your desire, what you want for your life. And of course, English and languages in general, they are just like just a tool, just a framework, so you can achieve other things. And that's the reason why I'm here. I'm not here because of English itself, but because for me, it's important what is around leading this conversation. And we're going to talk about social network. But before that, I want us to think about not just the social apps and everything, but what about your social life? Like, do you connect to other people? Do you have the chance to meet new people? Do you exchange ideas? How is it in your life offline, the social network, you know? How do you connect with other people? Do you do that? You don't. So I just want to hear a little bit of it before we really go deep into the social network sites, apps, and everything. So Aurelio, how does it work for you, like your social network offline? Do you have it? You don't? Do you like to have it like friends or new friends, new people, exchanging ideas, conversations? How is it?
Yes, I think regarding this way a lot of time in the past, and I think that today the people depend of the social network every day is like my habits, and I think that if for a particular reason we can lost the possibility to connect with internet and other social network, I think that for a lot of people is a problem. For me, fortunately, I like and I use the social network every day because it's a good way to have a contact with different people, with a friend, a family, and to find a very interesting point of view, news regarding different topics. But fortunately, with my family and with my friend, if it's possible, I prefer to meet together in a real situation. In a real situation, because I like to stay face to face with a people. But this situation is not always possible because I have a lot of friends in other parts of the Italy and the world, and we don't have always the possibility together to stay together in the real situation. Now we have a network, we have an internet, but in the past the situation was very different, and I think, in my point of view, that in part 50-50 I prefer in the past because we were in a real situation. But today I like it because I have the possibility to use the internet every day. Example, TALKNTALK without internet, without all this network is not possible. And I think if I don't found TALKNTALK, now my English level it was low. Thanks TALKNTALK, my speaking ability, English speaking ability is improve very fast. Actually, I think I have a good level. Fortunately, that's it.
Yeah, and remembering, just recalling when we talked, I guess we talked like few months ago. Guess I don't know. It's been a long time. You're speaking faster, like I think it's not faster. It's like it's flowing, the ideas and comfortable with, you're speaking. And I guess that's what's all about, what we're doing here. It's not about being perfect about the language, but talking and exchanging and learning with each other. And I do believe the same as you. I prefer face-to-face connections rather than the online ones. But thanks to internet, thanks to what we have now, there's possibility to be connected to people that they are not close to us. And then it helps a lot to, I don't know, if it wasn't internet, I don't know, like if I could have friends that I have now that I talk every day, So it's interesting. And you, Marcio, how is your social network out of internet? Like, do you have friends that you hang out with, that you see on weekends, or do you talk every day? Do you meet new people or not? How is it?
So I like to use the social network, internet, because this connection another people is very easy. Do I'm here in my house, I can talk to you another state, another country. But I like to conversation several people face to face because I'm 44 years old. I have customs to make new friends in the work, in the school, in the street, my family. This is my custom conversation face to face several people. But the social network to become for us this easy communication several people in the world. I like to do this. That's it.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I do not remember too much. I guess I have had some experience with, actually, I had some experience with the offline world without internet back in the 90s, but I was almost born with internet, so I don't know much about life without internet, and I want to hear from Aurelio. I guess you have quite an experience about that. What do you remember about life without internet, about like going to school, to college, work, birthdays from other people, and I guess calling wasn't that easy as it's today as well. So going back in time, how was it, Aurelio? Do you remember?
Yes, yes. Last weekend I went in Tuscany and I take a rent apartment in a small town. The problem for me, for my connection, is because the apartment have a big I don't remember the wall, the big wall, and without with this big wall and without the Wi-Fi, I haven't the possibility to use my internet and the connection. In fact, when I was the necessity to send a message or a video on WhatsApp, Italian WhatsApp group, I getting out in the street and search the connection because I need the Wi-Fi to send the video. In this case, yes, in one side is a problem because I can't use internet or my cell phone. But in the other side, it's good because I had a lot of time to read the books that I always with me. And in this case, it was good. I like to use the internet, but I like to read the books if I have a lot of time.
Yeah. It's crazy how attached we are right now to online, the digital platforms in general, right? Marcio, have you joined any social network site? Do you like it? Like, which social network sites do you use? It's question number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Yes. I joined several sites, social network, because I like to use different platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TALKNTALK, WhatsApp, Telegram, YouTube for chat, YouTube. another site is for practice my English speakly.
Yeah.
I speakly. I think it is the name. I like to use the different sites because today it is easy for my connection Wi-Fi available every day. I can to use this platform for conversation several people. I use a lot LinkedIn for I'm looking for a new job for chat LinkedIn too. I use a lot of Instagram for chat too. In these different platforms and the sites to become for us this moment in the world connection several people. I talk with people in Brazil and the USA and Afghanistan, several different places do social network sites. That's it.
Very good. Very good. And you, Aurelio, do you use a lot of websites, apps, like social network sites and apps?
Yes, yes. But the principal network that I like to use is TALK because I have the possibility to meet with a very interesting people, and because I have the possibility to study English, Spanish, and improve my capacity. And I think that is very important, open my mind, because if I speak with other people in other parts of the world, you have the possibility to open your mind and to see the different situation in a different perspective. But I normally every day I use I check Facebook because I think is a good way to have particular information in general, because the news in the TV is in my point of view, the news in this way is controlled for the politician, for the states, and you haven't the possibility to have a very important news. The journalists prefer to avoid a problem. Example, my point of view regarding the COVID and other. And another platform that I use very frequently is a forum for astronautic forum in Italian. This I use another in English, but I like to use this because I have the possibility to find all the information regarding the human spaceflight. I have this passion. I started with this passion when I was young, and in the past, I had a lot of problem because I can found the news only on the newspaper, but very few information. Today, thanks to internet and this type of forum, I have the possibility to have a lot of information, a lot of pictures and movie regarding this topic. And for me, it's very important because it's part of my life every day. For me, it's important to follow this type of human activity. That's it.
Yeah, I guess forums, in my opinion, they were like the first social networking place to be. I remember being in a lot of them. Here on Talk and Talk, we are building something like that we are calling community, and with tips and everything. But it is still something that is gonna grow like step by step. But yeah, to have a place where you can find information and ask and answer question. It's pretty helpful. It's like the Facebook groups, you know, Facebook groups, there are a lot of communities in there. They are really useful. I'm using the Wix community on Facebook, and it's been quite helpful. It's one of the communities that I engage most, because it's the framework we use to build the website and to develop everything we have here on TALKNTALK. So it's been amazing. Rather than that, I use Instagram a lot because of, you know, pretty much my job. LinkedIn I use a lot every day, so I post it every single day. Facebook I use just for specific purposes, and Twitter not using anymore. I'm like, Twitter is something I use and then I stop for a while and then I get back. So I have an account, but I do not browse too much anymore. And what else? I think that's pretty much the social networks I use, I guess. So yeah. And about these websites, these social networking apps and sites, do you believe, guys, that it helps to meet people face to face? Like you start online and then you go face to face. And is it good for people who aren't good to meet new people or to make new friends? Marcio, what do you think?
Social network sites to helping several people connect to every day, but some people have difficult for conversation face to face. This new generation, because the new generation live more time inside social network. When this new generation need to meet another people in the street, in the store, some people have a little difficult this moment face to face. I have my son. My son have 13 years old. I see he have a little difficulty conversation face to face another people. In social network, my son talk in the world every day several people. When he need talk face to face, he have a little difficult. But I can conversation with her. I seek to show this important talk face to face several people, because when arrival the age for to work in your life, he to be more easy communication several people. This moment, I think people agora eu perdi tímido, use more social network because of this difficult personality. But several people like to face to face in the party, at night, in the school, in the family meeting. I like de meet several people. I like to use the social network to conversation face to face to make new friends in my life. That's it.
Nice. Really good. Really good. And you, Aurelio?
In my point of view, I think that is always the same because I remember when I started here on TALKNTALK in the first meeting, I was so nervous because I think is a particular situation. The people think Aurelio have a problem to speak, is incompetent, other regarding this. And I think that is the same in the real situation. Yes, probably there are people that prefer to stay behind a monitor because in this way he stay in a safe zone. Because normally, like me, I'm at home, in a safe zone. But in my point of view, the best solution for us is always to have, if it's possible, a real situation face to face, because in this way you can resolve all your insecurity regarding a particular situation. But I think that this depends for the if a person is shiny or not. I think that depend of the people personality. Every people is so different, respect each other.
Yeah, I think the networking, the social networking sites, they have arrived to develop some new ways of connections, especially all around the places. For example, me and Aurelio, like, we are really far away from each other. We couldn't have met if it wasn't like internet. TalkNTalk is a social network site as well. And I think the good thing about it, it's to raise awareness about ourselves when we talk to people from different cultures, from different places. And it helps a lot to, as you said in the beginning, Aurelio, oh, I'm here because I open my mind. And this is really awesome when we have people that, because, for example, I live in a place, and then on this place I can have like some friends, but there's like, they think the same as me, so they act the same, they like the same things, they eat the same food, they listen to the same music, we go to the same places. But when we have like these websites, it creates an environment where, okay, Aurelio, he doesn't like the things I like, he doesn't believe on the things I believe, he thinks different, like I think this way, he thinks really the opposite. And here on TalkNTalk, the good thing is we respect each other and we listen to each other, you know? Like, it's not that, oh, I want Aurelio to think the same and to agree with me. No, I don't want him to agree. I want him to disagree, actually. And I want to understand what he thinks, you know? And I think that's the way it should be most of times on social networking sites. And I believe it works well in here because, as you said, behind the screen, people are brave. They are like, okay, I can speak, I can say whatever I want. But once you're here and we are live on YouTube and everything, people are different. It's like, I feel it's more, oh, I'm not so protected, you know? So it's good. It's good. It's really good. Mars, what's the best thing on social networking sites?
The best social network, in my opinion, is WhatsApp, because WhatsApp, several people use it for messaging, call, video call, call, only call, and status, where several people publish in your status some news in your life. So, in my opinion, WhatsApp, this networking website, this moment in the world, revolutionary, the communication between several people inside Brazil or in the world. I use a lot of WhatsApp for talk my friends and my family. Some friends I have in the USA, for I talk to you between WhatsApp, video chat, call, or message. Another I use it with my friends. In my opinion, WhatsApp is the best social network site nowadays. That's it.
Yeah, and you are talking about WhatsApp, and it's really interesting how simple is it, like, to use, and people they got so attached and so engaged on WhatsApp. I don't know why, because I do not like the features inside, like the way it could be used and everything. I prefer much more Telegram. I'm like a Telegram fan, but I know people love WhatsApp. And I don't know about you, like your place, Aurelio, in Italy, if people use that much WhatsApp. So how is it? Do people use WhatsApp, and what they do in there? Do you agree with Marcio? Is WhatsApp the best social networking site, or do you have something else?
No, here in Italy, we use very frequently, and the same in my case, I use WhatsApp because it's a good way to send, in my case, a short and fast message to the friend, to the family, but not for discussion. Regarding my point of view, I tell this not because you are present, but because it's my real point of view. For me, TALK is the best network in the world. And this because I told this a lot of time. We have the possibility to meet together and to speak very polite. We have always respect each other. And this, in my point of view, is very important. And I found this situation in a lot of meetings. We laughed every time because we speak. I remember the last Italian meeting, the last Wednesday. We laughed a lot because we speak regarding the Christmas habits and other regarding this period of time. But in my point of view, is the better because I told this a lot of time. We have the possibility to open my mind and to watch a different situation in a different perspective. Yes, different. Yes, I'm part of the forum, but the forum is so different, like Facebook, because sometimes there are very unpolite situation because the people search to have to fight. Yes, and this I don't like. In fact, I attending in a two different forum, but it's very rare that I replay the question. I use them for search the information, but I don't write on it because sometimes other people, no, I'm right. The situation is this. You are wrong. I don't like this situation. I have this particular situation in my company. I prefer out of the company stay quiet. In my point of view, TALKNTALK is the best place because you have the possibility to speak, to improve, and open. In fact, I think that if I don't started with TALKNTALK, probably I don't decided to start to study Spanish, and this is good because now I speak. Yes, I speak in Italian because I'm an Italian. I search to speak in Spanish. I speak in English, and I speak in another languages, the Italian language science. Yes, I can use it here, but I can tell that now I speak 4 different languages, and this is good. That's it.
Yeah, and it's crazy. People, they start in a language, for example, English, and then they start using other languages, start learning. I have seen a lot of people like they arrived because of English, and now they are learning Spanish or they are learning French. You know, I started to learn Spanish, and in January I'm gonna start French. So it's pretty much that. Like, I want by my 40s, I want to speak 4 languages. So Portuguese, English, Spanish, and French, and maybe Italian after that, because I feel like when you and it's really cool when you send those videos on in the WhatsApp Italian WhatsApp group. I enjoy too much, not just because of the landscape, that it's really beautiful, and to know a little bit more about your place and the places you go, but also because you speak, and then like there's no subtitles, you know, and I try to get like the key points like that I can understand, and it's not so difficult like if it was Japanese, if it was German, you know. So it's kind of close. There's some words, some vocabulary in Italian that they are close to Portuguese or close to Spanish, that it's I can understand, you know, what's going on. Like, I do not have the full picture like what you're saying, but I have an idea what's going on.
No. If I
Yeah, go
can
ahead.
replay your words, I decided to use this way to send my video on WhatsApp, Italian WhatsApp group, because first of all, I think if you listen Italian people to speak in a real situation, respect you, I speak very fast. Yes, at the beginning you have a lot of time, but you take the habits to listen, you can improve your Italian, and the Italian language is similar to Spanish. But I decided to do this because if you go in internet, you can find a lot of information regarding very famous places or city here in Italy. But in this way, you can find very particular people that normally you don't find on the internet. Example regarding a particular church that is not famous, like a church in Milan, Duomo di Milano, or other. And in this way, probably the people, if in the future decided to go here in Italy, can use my video. Yes, Aurelio visited this place. We go to visit it and watch this incredible place. I think that is good. But regarding the subtitle, yes, you and Bruna probably have a lot of problem. But I remember my first English teacher that told me, Aurelio, remember, during the real situation, you haven't a subtitle close to the people. In a real situation, it's very important to pay attention and to search to understand what the other people tell in this moment. At the beginning, you can have a lot of time, but step after step, you improve. You can understand very fast without a problem. normally the people that stay in the Italian WhatsApp group speak have a good capacity to speak in English in Italian and to understand. For this reason, I think that for them is good.
Yeah, and I like that a lot, because I believe that's the way to learn a language. You know, it's important to learn vocabulary, grammar, structures, everything. But I do believe it's really possible, and it's not difficult to, of course, it depends on a couple of situations and, you know, contexts. But I do believe, for example, Italian, it's possible to learn Italian just by listening, trying to speak and searching here and there. And I think it's not going to be difficult to learn Italian as well, you know? So, yeah. I guess like Spanish, French, and Italian, it's going to be good for me, because once you learn a language, like it's a huge challenge to learn a new language, not because of the language, but the process of learning. You want to give up, and sometimes it's boring because, oh, I'm not developing a lot. I don't not feel that I'm improving. So you want to quit. So I think that the journey itself, it's more challenging than the language. And that's what I like most, you know, the journey of learning something new. Marcio, what do you think about, like, we have a lot of people using social networking sites nowadays, especially at work. Do you think like using Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram at work, should it be banned? Should people stop, like the companies, the managers, they should ban people to use these apps, these websites? It's question number 5.
Okay. So the company ban the employee using social network is bad, because the company use Teams, Microsoft Teams, uses Zoom, use another networking for to realize your meeting during to work the day. Today, several people have the internet in your cell phone, where they use our cell phone for connection what several social network. The people don't need to use computer the company for access your social network, but some companies ban the social network because your protection information the company the internet we have several rates agora eu perdi, invadem several sites, e the company costumes the ban the employee because the protection your information. But I think, in my opinion, the companies do use the internal internet for information. The company to one space for the employee use for particular social networking. But the employees already using our cell phone every moment at work nowadays. That's it.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think it's quite a interesting discussion, especially when we talk about social about information security. You know, like when we are using social networking apps and stuff, or when we post like stories on Instagram and there's like the information from the company and everything. That's a good point. Aurelio, about this topic, what do you think about people using social networking websites at work?
Regarding this topic, this question, I don't like, because in my company we have a WhatsApp group, and this is not good because in every moment of the day of the week, there is my boss that send a message. Example, today I'm a day off, and this morning I received a message for my boss regarding a problem in the company. Yes, I understand that you have a problem, but I'm not a production manager and I'm in day off. I don't like that you send me a message when I stay at home. But unfortunately, there is this situation, and I can change it because I'm an employee. He is a boss. But regarding the use the networking during the work, I think is not good because fortunately I haven't these habits, but my colleagues tend to use Facebook during the work day, and this is not good because you lost the right concentration,
Focus.
focus regarding your work, and this is the principal reason because we have a lot of problem or a mistake during the work day. In my opinion, during your work day, work time is important. Don't use the cell phone for your private situation, private life. If is necessary for the work, is a different situation, but not for private situation. But sometimes I saw my colleagues to watch Facebook or other network
YouTube.
during during the work day. This is not good. That's
Yeah, this is a good point of view. And you brought two sides, right? The side of, and I totally understand, and it's complicated when you get a message like, for example, on weekends, or on your day off, vacation. So people, they do not respect. I've seen that a lot here on Talk and Talk. I say people, hey, sometimes I send messages on weekends just so I don't forget it, but do not reply me on weekends, please. Do not do that. Just let's talk on Monday, on weekday, the week hour. So it's important. And also about the focus and everything, I totally agree. And there are a lot of things that I do myself sometimes, like I'm working, but then I get a notification message, and then it distracts me. And yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. Like we are talking here, I'm paying attention, but sometimes I get a message and then my eyes go that way. It's complicated. Very good. We are running out of time, and I'm gonna finish like some minutes earlier, because the next meeting we're gonna have, it's a tech talk. It's an English tech talk, and the host, it has like a sore throat, so I need to set up myself to lead the meeting. But I have in here this survey. So Marcio, Aurelio, it would be awesome to hear from you. What do you think about the meeting? What did you think about the meeting? And I want to thank you, Aurelio and Marcio, for coming, because if you If you do not come, then we don't have like a conversation. So thank you so much for that. And it's for the next year, we're gonna do a lot of other things to bring more people and to have more subscribers and everything in Italy as well. So we're gonna focus more on developing the Italy community as we have been doing in English. And we are gonna do the same in Spanish and French. So Spanish, French, and Italian, they're pretty much the same level now. Though the Italian, we do not have like the conversations for beginners or for intermediates. And we are gonna bring courses, recorded classes in the website. There's also the community part that you can find in the members area. If you go to the website, there are a couple of things that have changed, and it's been great to see the development and to the growth of the community, the website, and everything. So next year is going to be good. It's going to be awesome, and we're gonna reach a new level as a community, as a group. And you, Marcio and Aurelio, are part of this, and I really thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoyed as I did. And have a great day, guys. Really, really good talk.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. And good Christmas holiday.
yeah,
Yes.
enjoy the parties, Christmas. Yeah.
The new
and-
year, eventually, if you don't have the occasion to meet together, have a
Yeah.
good new year.
For you too, Aurelio. Good to have you around us and by my side. So thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week, great day, and bye-bye.
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 Bye, Marcio.
Yeah.